Hey everybody, good morning. It's Paul from SimpleDim here, and I wanted to demonstrate a new feature that we just added to the program in the last couple of days. We're going to talk about how to get the perimeter or the length of a shape, depending on if it's open or closed. So the first thing that we're going to do is we've got our presentation open, we've got a slide. We're going to go ahead as we do and set a scale for the slide. We're going to say 1 inch is, I don't know, let's say 10 feet on the slide. So there we go, 1 inch. Now 10 feet. Let's do a quick check and see how that turned out. Here's our linear dimension, about 14 feet. That's right. Why don't we get a little more precision on our measurement? So 13.9 feet. That's fine. Now what we're going to do is demonstrate the perimeter, how to find the perimeter of a shape. You'll recall that we can generate some shapes out of SimpleDim itself, or we could simply draw a shape out of PowerPoint's shape library. We're going to make our own rectangle here so we can verify the numbers. We're going to say the length is going to be, width is going to be 20 feet, the length is going to be 20 feet. That's going to give me a square. So there's my square. The length is 20 feet. As we can see, we'll grab our linear dimension to verify it, just for those who are maybe a little incredulous. There's 20 feet right there, and we can see it looks about the same vertically, so we'll call that good. Now, you'll recall that we had a function find area that would let us find the area. We have an area of 400 feet square. Using the same menu, now we have the new function, which is find perimeter. Now, if you're technical about ellipses and circles, that would be find circumference, but we just say find perimeter here. So you'll see it says calculate the perimeter of a closed shape, freeform, rectangle, oval, or triangle, or the length of an open path, line, or unclosed freeform. In this case, we have a rectangle, a square, so we're going to click the tool. We have selected the shape. We're going to click the tool, and it tells us that the perimeter is 80 feet. Is that right? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides at 20 feet each gives us 80-foot perimeter. So it's pretty neat. You can also do this with other shapes. You can say let's make ourselves an oval there. We're going to find the perimeter of the oval, 95.3 feet. You can check it if you like. This lets you also resize the shape, and it will recalculate the perimeter to tell you what the new perimeter is. Same with this rectangle over here. So this is pretty neat. You'll see both of these figures updated. Very helpful. And then you can do other things too. You can find you saw the freeform shape mentioned in the tooltip. So if you have a freeform shape and you want to find the perimeter of it, this is useful if you overlay it on a picture or a layout and you want to find the area or perimeter of a specific section. You can certainly do that. There's my perimeter. This even works if you, again, go and try to edit the points and you say, oh, I want that point to be there. What's it look like? 123.1 feet. So you can further, if you wanted to, let's see if we can get some curved handles in here and take a look at it. There we go, 120.1 feet. Pretty handy. And then it will let you also find some open-ended lengths. So this is handy. If I draw a line and I say, here's my line, and I want to see what the length of the line is, I'm just going to find my perimeter here. Length is 41.9 feet. Again, I can adjust that. It'll tell me how long the line is. And then further, if I do a freeform open shape, so I take my freeform shape and I just wanted to trace a line, and I double click at the end, there's my line. How long is that line? Let's find the perimeter. It is 92.2 feet. Okay. So that's some pretty cool functionality, and it nicely complements finding the area, setting a linear dimension on things, so you can look at shapes on an overlay or a floor plan, and you can tell, for example, how much fencing you might need around an area. Not only the area itself, but how much of something needs to go around it for many of various uses for that. Okay, and that's the introduction on finding a perimeter, the new functionality in SimpleDim. Head over to simpledim.com, download your free trial, give it a whirl, get it in PowerPoint, and then you can do all your planning and layouts to your heart's content and have a great time. All right, thanks for listening. Enjoy.